Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slain Hope, and I got another video for y'all. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how most women want to be hoes. They just don't want to be judged for it, right? Unfortunately, that's not how the world works, right? Martin Luther King said about like 50, 60 years ago, he said that he had a dream, right? That one day we should be judged not by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. So people are going to judge you based on what you do, right? That's just the realities of the world. We can't get away from that. We can't get around that. And that is what our sisters really have a problem with. They have a problem with the judgment and what people are saying. But it is what it is. I got a video clip. I also want to do some commentary on it. But before that, you know, you could click the link in the description for a documentary that I'm in. It's called We Came to Heal. It's about healing justice and how communities have been impacted by trauma and pain and hurt, and we need to heal from that. There's also a link to my book, Who Profits When Black Men Gangbang. If you want to show your support, you could go get that. You can also click the link to join my membership for other exclusive videos and other content. But right now, I'm about to play the video.
And slide, like, cause this is really what we talking about. This is hoe shit, man. Mm-hmm. This is like the mentality of someone who's a hoe, because she's saying, if you got a bigger bag, then I'll listen.
Right.
I'll stay home. But if their bag ain't right, I'm out. That's hoe talk, man. You know.
That's that be the clickbait. 50 cent calls. Everything.
Yeah, you're the hoe.
All righty, 52 cents.
You set this up, man.
Right, no, you went there.
Now, I got a few points that I want to make, right? Because she mentioned in this video, you can't make this shit up. Well, she said she felt entitled to cheat because she was the breadwinner, right? Now, all of this goes hand in hand with each other, right? This is just the stuff that's being promoted and pushed out there to our sisters. Now, don't get me wrong, like, if you want to be a hoe, if you want to be promiscuous, if you want to you want to be a street walker, you want to prostitute yourself, you want to do whatever you want to do, go ahead. My problem is when this stuff is being propagated and promoted. You know what I'm saying? I got family members, I got sisters, I got nieces, I got cousins, right? And when this stuff starts to get into your households, right? When this starts to be propagated, it becomes a problem. Because I don't want my sisters conducting themselves in this type of behavior. So this is why I talk about things that are affecting the culture, men and women, right? But boom, she said she felt like she was entitled to cheat because she was the breadwinner. So why would you marry? Why would you marry that man if you know in the back of your mind, like, he don't make enough money, you know what I'm saying, for me to sit my coochie down, and you get what I'm saying? But this is the things that are being promoted on the internet to our sisters, that you should not be with this type of people, right? So my first point is they want to get paid to be in a relationship, right? A lot of women want to get paid to be in a relationship, right? And a lot of guys feed into this type of stuff. So it's a lot of women who are in situations that they don't bring nothing. They don't bring nothing but coochie and headaches. And dudes are willingly, right, kind of like paying for that. And that's cool. If you want to pay for that, because basically you got to maintain these chicks, right? If you want to do that, right? But for the smart brothers, right, you should not be investing in some chick that the only investment that you're investing in is coochie. Because for all of that, you can go pay for a prostitute. And this is why I say a lot of these women are modern day prostitutes, right? They have this mentality. Even her, she was married, because some hoes do be getting married, right? But it's because they be tricking dudes, right? This is my thing. If you want to be that type of woman, just be upfront with it. Tell men. Because look, since they've been talking this woman empowerment stuff, right? If you having the ability to display and talk about and do whatever, this sexual liberation stuff, right? If it's so empowering, then you should be truthful about who you are. You should not be hiding who you really are. If you really want to be this woman that want to be free, because I know women, they'll tell you straight up, I don't care, like, they just want to be free. That's cool. Be who you are. You get what I'm saying? But just be honest about who you are. Don't present yourself like you are this modest, like you are this this woman with morals and standards and you know, because sometimes when women hear guys are looking for a certain woman, they try to play that role. They try to play the I'm the holy and thou and this and that, right? And I think that's what really causes issues. Like, be real. You should tell, you know, because it's like, boom, you want to get paid for a certain thing, right? And a man might want a specific woman that he want to pay for. He might want to take care of a specific woman. And then he might find out like, damn, you was really for the streets. And then it just creates this issue, right? So if you're not ashamed, this is another thing that I tell women, if you're not ashamed to be a streetwalker or be promiscuous, then tell people, when people ask you your body count, tell them. Don't say it's none of their business. Don't try to hide that, because you don't hide who you sleep with. You don't hide how big you like it. You don't hide what's too small. You don't hide what fetishes and kinks you like. You know, people, these women are on the internet telling people how they like it, when they like it, what kinks they want to do, how they like to get peed on, how they like to eat their man cum. Like, they're here already putting out so much information that the world don't need to know. That is none of our business. But for some reason, when it comes to, yo, so how many men you been with? All of a sudden, it's like, oh, no, that's not your business. You don't need to know that. Why? See, because what they really revealing is like, they know this shit not right. They know that shit deep inside of them. They know that shit not right. So this is they feel shame. Come on, a lot of these women, they're gonna get out here with their cape on and act like, I don't really care, like I'll do whatever I want to do, I'm liberated, I'm this, but they ashamed. This is why they don't want to tell you how many men they've been with. And again, I'm just saying, if you're really not ashamed and you're out here telling your business, if you're the woman that been telling your business on the internet, or everybody know how you like it, when you want it, like all the details about your personal life in the bedroom, then what is so hard about telling somebody? Because you know, low key, deep down, men, when if you told a men a certain number, they'll probably be looking at you like, ooh, I don't know, man. But that's real. You should want a man who wants you for you. You should want a man that is gonna accept you, no matter how many bodies you got. No matter how many people ran through that, you want a man to accept you for you. You know what I'm saying? You want a man, like I heard that song with Lil Wayne and Train a Prostitute. I don't care if you was a prostitute and hit every man that you ever knew. However the shit go, you know what I'm saying? You should want a man that accepts you for you. See, Offset married Cardi B. He didn't care about where she been. But that's the type of man you want. But this is the whole point. Most women, they don't want to be shamed. They don't want to be... They want to secretly be like men, right? A lot of times you hear them say, if the man could do it, why can I? They secret... And you know, it's funny because Sigmund Freud talked about penis envy, right? Like how women... Like a lot of these women, they really want to be like men. They really deep down, they're not going to admit it. Some of them even complain like, why I got to get a period every month? Why guys get to do this? Life not fair. Like, I don't heard women say shit like that. I literally have heard women say it's not fair that guys get to do this and guys get to do that. Nobody says nothing. Nah, we get judged too. We just get judged differently, right? If a guy displays emotions, or he cries, or he does certain things, or like you call him feminine, you call him gay, like we get judged too. We get judged too, right? If you ain't making that much money, we get judged too, right? They even call men hoes, right? Guys that sleep around and got a high body count, they get called hoes. It just doesn't really affect them the way it affects our women. Now, there are some women who are okay with that. They will tell you straight up like, yo, I got this many bodies. I respect those women. Because they're not trying to play this game. They're not trying to lie to you. They're not trying to like bamboozle you and trick you into believing that they're one thing and they totally this other thing. Because like I keep telling y'all about the shadow, right? You know what's gonna happen is this. And this is why I said most women want to be hoes, because it's like low key, when I just talk to certain people, and like I said, the real sides of people come out. Come out when they're drunk, it come out when they're angry, it come out when they're joking, it come out when they're stressed, and they come out when they are empowered. So women are being empowered, allegedly, today in society, right? They're making their own money. They're creating businesses. They're being put in positions. They've been empowered, right? So because they think, that this is power, they're like, oh, so I get to sleep around like the men. I get to do what the men do, right? But they're realizing that men are still like, hold up now. Even girls shame other girls that get around and get crazy in a certain way. So you're still going to be shamed, man. And that's just the reality of the matter. But pay attention how, in that thing with 50 Cent, he was talking about, like, she said she felt she was entitled to cheat because she was the breadwinner. Like, women are reducing masculinity to the size of your wallet. They're reducing how much respect they gonna give you based on the size of your wallet. You don't want to be with no woman. Why would you want to be with a woman like that? Now, don't get me wrong. Some of those women might motivate some of us to get ourselves together, right? But deep down, why would you want to be with a woman who she just values you based on pocket change? Because what happens when you have a hard moment? What happens when you know, you go through turbulent times, and everybody does. You might get laid off. You might get hurt. Certain, you know, what happens with that? What happens when that happens? That woman whose mindset is all about your money, she probably gonna leave. She gonna leave you dead, spin off, get up out of there. Because when you met her, that's how you met her. So you brothers got to be very careful with these women. You got to be very careful with the women that you pick. I know a lot of us been raised like simps. Our mothers, a lot of us was raised by single mothers, and they raised us to be simps. They raised us to put the output and not get nothing in return. Bad parenting. They raised us to like just give our shit away for nothing, for crumbs. And that's what a lot of us are doing. We giving our shit away for nothing, crumbs. So again, man, we got to be mindful of the women that we are investing in. Like, what are we getting in return? And it got to be more than just coochie. And again, to the sisters who want to be empowered, they want to be out there, they want to do that, go ahead. I just don't like how it's being promoted. I don't like how the sisters who are modest, the sisters who have some type of morale, the sisters who take care of their bodies in a certain way and protect their temple, the sisters who have a certain mindset. I just don't like how it's like they trying to corrupt these women, right? Like, it's almost like they're empowering, they're embracing the hoes, and they're shaming the good women. But I blame the brothers too, because we overlook those good women for these promiscuous ones, for the freaky ones. And let me tell you something. Just because you freaky don't mean you're a hoe. A woman could be freaky, don't mean she a hoe. I think we trying to conflate the two. Freaky is not synonymous with being a hoe, okay? So you could have a girl that's modest, that probably been with a few guys, and she could be freaky too. And you could always teach some. Y'all could always teach each other. You know, sexual discipline works both ways. That's one thing I will agree with, that some of the sisters be saying. Sexual discipline works both ways. It's not, oh, I'm a man, so I get to. Nah, we should be disciplined too. We should have dick discipline ourselves, right? We should. We shouldn't be smashing everything. We should have some type of discipline and decorum when we giving out wee-wee, right? But you know how beautiful it would have been for you to be a virgin and another person to be a virgin, and y'all lose y'all virginity together and y'all teach each other. You know how you don't have nothing to compare that to. You don't have, you get what I'm saying? You know how beautiful that is? Like, but then when you get somebody that just been around the block too many times, been around the borough, the states, the country, the globe, like, it's always going to be a comparison. It's always going to be a comparison, and it's going to be hard to kind of like satisfy people who are always going to be comparing you to what they done had, right? So, brothers, there you go. There you have it. Most women want to be hoes. They just ashamed. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be corrected. They don't want to be. So leave them. And I think women, if you feel like this is really empowering, then you should be honest. You should tell people what type of time you're on. You want to have fun. You want to be out there. And, you know, the world will keep going. But at least people will know what you're really about and who you really are, instead of like buying the lies and stuff. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, and y'all stay blessed. Peace.